only did the San Francisco Giants win the World Series last year, but they're also one of the most high-tech and media-savvy franchises in the league. And now the Giants have a new CEO. The San Francisco Giants said that Bill Neukom, former lead counsel from Microsoft who led the Giants to last year's World Championship, will be retiring. Cory is in the newsroom with our next guest, Larry Baer, who will be taking over as the Giants' new CEO. Cory?
Yeah, Emily, we're lucky to have Larry on a day when the news broke. It's hard for me to interview you, Larry, as a Dodgers fan. I'm not a Dodgers fan.
We are rivals then. I'm going to separate myself from you, Cory.
As you know, I'm a longtime Giants fan. But I think the story of what you've done to the team from the business side has been very interesting. The success of last year's World Series notwithstanding. And technology seems to be really the heart of the experience that fans have when they go to the stadium. And I'm wondering about that. You were, I think, the first team to have Wi-Fi throughout the stadium. You guys have done all kinds of stuff from solar. The scoreboard's amazing with a super high-def Giant scoreboard. Why is technology such an important part of what you guys do?
Well, it's really part of our business, Cory, because in the end of the day, we're providing a customer experience. We're also providing a baseball knowledge base for our players, our coaches, our manager, and if technology can enhance that, we don't talk about that as much because it's a little bit proprietary. We gave the guys iPads, but that was just kind of the very scratching the surface. All the players.
All the players got iPads showing them every swing they've ever taken?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Basically. And
thanks a lot. No wonder they can't hit this year.
And we have some cameras. We work with cameras to capture motion, and it's some interesting things with some partnerships. What we do like to talk about more, because we'd love for other teams to replicate it, because it would just add revenue to the business, is some of the breakthroughs, like with dynamic pricing this year, and this is
dynamic ticket pricing, which is when you've got available tickets. They're cheap. When you don't have a lot of available tickets, the prices go up. Right,
and so, but there's no set price for a ticket. For instance, last weekend, we had a very popular Sunday game against the Dodgers, and the ticket in the upper deck down in left field, $52, $54. That same seat, the next night on a Monday night against San Diego, everybody's back in school, $8. So we're talking about a very different thing.
At the end of the day, it brings in more revenues because you get the maximum possible revenues of every seat possible. Now, traditional media, we're showing this clip of the franchise. That show has really been interesting to watch. It's been a great show. My wife is a lot more interested in the Giants because the show has such a narrative NFL Films kind of quality about it.
Well, we're in the content business too, and it's really important to take our content outside of Northern California. Baseballs can tend to be a tribal business and a tribal set of 30 clubs doing their thing in their marketplace. When the World Series comes, and if Brian Wilson, as he was last year, is on the mound at the end of the World Series, we want people to know him. And how do you get people to know him? Well, you have shows like The Franchise, where it's not
nationally.
It's a national show. It's on Showtime on a national service. And people get to know him not just for his pitching, but they know the offbeat, very smart, even intellectual, may I say, player that he is.
Now, it's the technology, Moneyball movies coming out, the book by Michael Lewis, a huge success. I'm talking about the Oakland A's across the way, but it brought a focus on scouting and new ways to do scouting. Have you guys used technology in scouting?
We use technology a lot in scouting, a lot of analytics, but we still believe in that area, it's a hybrid, should be a hybrid. So that numbers and analytics can tell you a lot. It can't tell you everything. Can it tell you about what the player is going to do 5 years from now because of his body type? Can it tell you about his character, how he's going to be in the clubhouse? Can't really tell you that.
Now, the big change today, I want to ask a little bit about that. One of the many tech owners you've got, Bill Neukom from Microsoft. What was this change about? Was he billing the company for his lawyerly services or what?
No, so Bill was managing general partner, CEO, and he is stepping down at the end of the season, so he still remains for through the end of the season, end of the year, and I'm taking over as CEO. And it's really as simple as that. Bill has turned 70 years old and has been a great force here at the Giants for the last several years, including when we won the World Series. But like everything, he's found time and wants to find time for grandchildren and for other pursuits.
And we'll find time to watch a few more games. Larry Baer, appreciate you coming on the show.
Thanks,
and
Cory.
We'll keep watching those Giants the rest of the way.
Appreciate it.